Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Good evening, esteemed viewers. This is BVI Channel 1 and you are live on Political Review. I am Asuchinedu Peters, your host. Let us quickly take a recap on what we'll be discussing tonight. And after that, we'll be right back to take on this issue, respect to political violence during election and those that sponsored the attack on Mr. Peter Obi's Labour Party office at Enugu. So let us quickly take a recap on election violence. I'll be right back.
We are here, we are working live and direct to ensure that this land belongs to the Federal Republic of Biafra. Everywhere, all these political parties and political jingoes.
You're welcome back again. This is still BVI Channel 1 Political Review. Tonight we are going to be talking about election violence, the attack that happened at Labour Party House in Enugu. That is Mr. Peter Obi's political party. Today we are going to look extensively on election violence, political thuggery, and exposing those behind these activities during election period as we are today. And in case you're just joining us for the first time, this is a live interactive section where you are free to air your opinion live on this channel by calling these numbers you see right here on the screen. +234 810 4545 533, or you just simply drop your comment on the comment section. This is Political Review, and like I said, we'll be reviewing the activities of some of these people who are being used to cause serious election violence, at some time causes election rigging, and probably at the process of people lose their lives. So we'll be looking at election violence, exposing those behind the attack on Labour Party office, and the madness of no election in Biafra land, especially in Southeast. So these are part of what we're going to be talking about tonight. You can subscribe if you have not, and as well, in case you missed out throughout the 3 weeks our channel was shut down, search for BVI Channel 1 Plus, our alternative channel. That channel is our second channel that will stand out in case anything happens to this one. So in order not to miss anything, make sure you subscribe on BVI Channel 1 Plus. Search for it, it's on our page, and you will not miss a thing. Okay, let me quickly bring to you some of the election violence that we have witnessed so far in previous election and what is already building up currently today. And after that, I'll be right back to engage you actively on this discussion.
Of Enugu West Senatorial District, we are here, we are working live and direct to ensure that this land belongs to the Federal Republic of Biafra. We are working tooth and nail in the bush, in the village, everywhere, all these political parties and political jingoes. We are here doing what we are supposed to do. It's our duty to defend the land, to fight for the land. We are here live in our local government, where these political jingoism, political thieves are here trying to sell our land to the people. This is the place we are. So we have hope. Thank God for Chukwu Okobiama, who has given us the strength all these years and all this time to ensure that we are there, that we are working. Bust the car. Bust the car, bust the car, bust the car, bust the car. Bust the car. This is the car of the leader. It has been destroyed. Yes, it has been destroyed. We will continue to do what we're supposed to do. And that is it. It is going on. Thank you.
This country is something else. They just burnt our votes. They just burnt our votes. They burnt our votes. Can't you see? They just burnt our votes. They just burnt our votes.
Police, look at you! Look at you! You couldn't do anything! Only you! Only you! Today, Okota, Baba Ewa Okota.
Good for him, they have burnt him. Good for him. Good for him. It's good for him. He has come like that. Good for him. Good for him. You come to disrupt the election here. Good for him. Look at how much did they pay you? How much? How much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? Good for him.
Get it. Of Enugu West, Senatorial District, we are here, we are working live and direct to ensure that this land belongs to the Federal Republic of Biafra. We are working tooth and nail in the bush, in the village, everywhere. All these political party and political jingle, we are here doing what we are supposed to do. It's our duty to defend the land, to fight for the land. We are here live in our local government, where these political jingoism, political thieves are here trying to sell our land to the people. This is the place we are. So we have hope. Thank God for Chukwu Okobiama, who has given us the strength all these years and all this time to ensure that we are there, that we are working. Bust the car. Bust the car, bust the car, bust the car, bust the car. Bust the car. This is the car of the leader. It has been destroyed. Yes, it has been destroyed. We will continue to do what we're supposed to do. And that is it. It is going on. Thank you.
This country is something else. They just burnt our votes. They just burnt our votes. They burnt our votes. Can't you see? They just want our vote. They just want our vote.
Police, look at you! Look at you! You couldn't do anything! Only you! Only you! Today, Okota, Baba Ewa Okota.
Good for him, they have burnt him. Good for him. Good for him. Nonsense. It's good for him, he has come like that. Good for him. Good for him. You come to disrupt the election. Good for him. Look at, how much did they pay you? How much? How much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? Good for him.
Get it.
That is it. Election violence in Nigeria during the previous elections and also on the build-up of the 2023 election. Let us start with that of what happened at Enugu. A bunch of armed people covered their face in hue. They call themselves unknown gunmen, whom many people know their operation in the southeast, claiming to stop election in the southeast. We're going to be deliberating. I'm going to be giving you, because I'm here to give you a heads up on some of the things the general public needs to know. This is not the first time I'm coming to condemn the activities of the so-called unknown gunmen, because we cannot just sit idly and give moral support on criminal elements carrying out strictly criminal activity in the name of Biafra. Biafra is too pure. Biafra is too sacrosanct and too, very important to our people, but should not be, associated with anything criminality. At the first time when these activities started, I told our people who cared to listen that these are a bunch of elements of political thugs masquerading as unknown gunmen to destroy our homeland and to carry out their political agenda, their evil political agenda. Want to create a situation of insecurity, tension, and the rest of them. Think about it. They heightened their operation during elections, and they capitalized on no election in Biafran land. There are two sides of this very thing. There are some people who have link, who believe, who have positioned themselves to Biafran people that they are fighting on their behalf. These are one element or one side of these criminal elements. And there is another side of it, those who do not have any link with the so-called people who are saying that they are Biafrans, but they are directly sponsored as political thugs by politicians to create an atmosphere of insecurity. We all know that the build-up of the 2023 general election is giving the big parties, the APC and the PDP sleepless nights. So, some elements within the opposition parties are the ones sponsoring these activities of these men you are seeing right here, because they believe that as People have woken up in mass in their millions. The greatest attack on Mr. Peter Obi's ambition or march to the Aso Rock is to attack the Biafran territory, where they believe is the stronghold of the Mr. Peter Obi candidacy, which is even a false, because Mr. Peter Obi do not have a particular stronghold. All Nigerians agree, from the east to the west, from north to south, have agreed unanimously that their hope is anchored on Mr. Peter Obi, not because he is an angel or because he is a saint. I've always said that. I personally am not supporting Mr. Peter Obi because he's a saint that will give you Biafra or will give you the freedom you seek. Never. Far from it. But he represents the best out of the three major candidates that are vying for the office of the president of this country. Whether you like it or not, whether people want to buy into your sentiment of saying that if you stop election, Biafra will come. How many times have the so-called agitators hiding under Biafra to say we want to stop election? The truth of the matter is that they are not working to stop the election. The bottom line there is to create this kind of scenario in order to cash out. One part of the people, like I said, they have two sides of it. One part of the people are those who say they are pursuing for Biafra. What they are doing in essence is that they are pushing the agenda, their own personal agenda, to start with. When they carry out this kind of activities, then the politicians will now be forced to come and negotiate with them or use them for any a show of force to show that yes, this is what we can do, and they will attract politicians to them, and through there they will cash out. Just know that is just the format. They will always come up whenever there is political activities or election knocking around the corner. Then on the other side, some of them have already collected millions, if not hundreds of millions of naira, their sponsors or their henchmen living outside this country. That is even the most worrisome aspect of it. The people who are instigating some of these things in Igbo land are living outside Igbo land, outside Nigeria completely. They are now sending the victims of the Nigerian state, the frustrated Nigerian youths of Igbo extraction, telling them that the only way to get at the politicians is to stop the election, whereas they are using them to cash out. They have negotiated with either the opposition to create this kind of insecurity, to reduce to the barest minimum the number of votes that will be gotten from the region, the Biafra territory. And I want our people to know this fact. This is a fact. And I'm just a voice. I can only speak. It is left for you to listen. This is not the first time this is happening. This is not the first time we are hearing this. And at the end of the day, people will cash out. Election will happen. The politicians that want to use them to rig election will push the people in not to come out to vote, especially as this revolution is coming up, hitting every corners of this country. They are targeting the southeast, knowing fully well that they will not have any chance of gaining any vote from the southeastern part of Nigeria, both PDP and APC, for known reasons, for obvious reasons. The people are looking at both parties as an anti-people. They have brought misery to Nigerian people generally and specifically to the Southeasterners. That is the belief of an average Igbo man out there. So, as part of what we are doing, we hope that every one of you will understand the importance of this very noble task we are doing right here. It's very important you understand this. It's very important you follow it. It's very important you are part of it. So, on the other hand, we are seeing another badge of political talks. The one that happened in Lagos. You can see them during the election proper. During the election proper, you see them try to stop people from voting, and those that voted, their vote is scattered and destroyed and burnt. And you can see that even policemen there are helpless. They are just helpless. They can't do nothing while the political talks run riot. This is also part of their plan come 2023 to disenfranchise millions of Nigerian people who are rising up to vote them out. So by the end of this program, we as a people, we have to take a stand. Either we cow away, either we chicken out and allow this never do well political class sponsoring election violence to have their way, or we stand tall to resist them. And that is part of the reason why we are making this very broadcast, to intimate Nigerian people, all obedient Nigerian people from the east, west, north and south, by Biafrans, Oduduwas and Arewas, Christians and Muslims. Every one of us must rise up, because your freedom depends on your ability to vote out these criminal elements or this corrupt political class that have made their lives miserable and have, on the long run, destroyed a lot of destinies. I already have our brother, Honorable Christian Bosa, joining us from Houston, Texas. Hello, sir. You're welcome on the live broadcast.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much, guys, for holding forth. God bless you all.
Thank you. Now, we want you to get us your opinion with respect to the topic we are discussing tonight. We are talking about election violence. What is your take on that, sir?
My brother, I will never depart from my promise. The only reason why I'm supporting this 2023 election is that my Creator, my God, has revealed to me that He is in charge of this one. I feared very much the
We are losing you, sir.
Are you?
Go ahead, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Yeah. I can.
Network problem, but we are holding on. Go ahead.
Yes, can you hear me?
Go ahead, we can hear you, and the whole world can hear you as well, sir.
Yes.
While we wait for him to connect properly, we hope that you will click on the subscription. If you have not subscribed, you can also join the conversation by calling +234 810 4545 533. That is the number to call to be part of this. And we are also going to be taking some of your commentaries right here. And as we try to get him connect back to us. Hello, Honorable Sir.
As I'm saying that my hope and my shelter going forward in the Nigerian agenda is that this is God's doing. I have never seen a youth movement ever in Nigeria. I will be 70 years old on December.
We are waiting to get you connected, sir. We lost it. We hope to have you back. In case you're just joining us, we are live and direct on today's political review. And if you're just joining us, let us quickly have a recap on the issue we are discussing, taking our okay, I think he's calling us back again. Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm still here.
I think your network is really giving us a hard time.
Oh, so sorry.
Go ahead with what you're saying.
Okay, my point, I'm going to make it short and brief.
Go ahead. You have the day.
Yes, I'm saying that this is never heard of, never seen ever before in my life. Not in Nigeria, not in America.
It's unfortunate that this thing is happening. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I'm out. My Wi-Fi net, and can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Yes, the enemy will fail flat because this is God's doing.
Yeah. Oh, honorable, honestly, your network is really giving a hard time. We hope you can get it right. He's reaching us all the way from Houston, Texas. We hope you can just reconnect back again with us. Hello, honorable.
I'll call you back shortly. Let me reboot my internet.
All right, thank you very much. All right, while we wait for him to reboot his internet, we are talking about the attack that happened on P2B's party house in Enugu, Ogu local government to be precise, and other election violence that is coming up. We are looking at who are those behind these attacks, what is their mission, who is sponsoring them, and we also talk about this madness of no election. I call it madness because you can't expect to be doing one thing and expect a different result. That can only be expected of a madman. So it is madness for our people to believe that not voting will give our people the freedom they seek. The greatest protest, the greatest agitation, the greatest freedom you can ever get is political freedom. The greatest protest is political protest. And independence agitation, I've always said, is a political process. So for our people to be shying away or be used as elements to stop an election in our homeland is totally obsolete. And honestly speaking, it is unacceptable. Hello?
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening to you.
Yeah, my name is Don Petimo. I'm calling from Netherlands.
You are calling from Finland, Don Pedro.
Netherlands, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Concerning what you said about the attack at the Labour Party office at Oku, I want to tell you categorically that it is the making of APC, either APC or PDP. There are those that sponsored those attacks that went there to destroy the house and the cars of the officials, saying that they are unknown gunmen. How has unknown gunmen come out now to do this kind of a thing and be their life, claiming openly that they are unknown gunmen? Chinedu, I was the person that sent to you that link at your WhatsApp page.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that thing online, listen, IPOB have nothing to do with the P2B movement.
Exactly.
IPOB is a group of their own. They are fighting on their own. Let them stop tagging with the IPOB, because it is not true. IPOB is on their own. And what I want to say about the group talking about no election, that nobody is talking about no election. These are the pay the town. They are the one that is shouting no election in Biafra land.
Exactly.
How can they target that movement as done by the unknown government and still saying that there will be no election in Biafra land?
Oh.
How often has the unknown government fighting for Biafra? Unknown government, they have their own cause, which is the best known to them. They have nothing to do with the IPOB movement. They have nothing to do with Biafra.
Exactly.
They only know the agenda. APC and the PCP should take another style they will use. Everything that is happening in Igbo land is being sponsored by APC and the PDP. Now, I want to make this statement. Somebody that hear it can send you to that man called the Festus Keyamo, who came up on television to say that P2B is with IPOB. P2B have nothing to do with the IPOB.
Exactly.
Festus Keyamo is sponsored by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He always come online to talk trash about IPOB and the P2B. Somebody should send to him that he should look for another strategy. Let me tell you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is supposed to be disqualified if Nigeria is a country. Something is done accordingly. He is supposed to be disqualified because he has gone against electoral act. He has done crime against a tribe. You remember what the doctor said about Igbos? The wife is now saying something against Igbos. One of the largest ethnic group in Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his family, is destroying the image of Igbos in the name of becoming president of a country. And the Electoral Commission or electoral officers don't see anything wrong there. They don't want to call Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the family order to let them know that this is not how a presidential candidate will be doing with the family. What type of electoral act are they having in Nigeria? What type of campaign are they doing in Nigeria? What I'm trying to tell you is that I am obedient. I am a member of IPOB, strong one. But the P2B don't have anything to do with IPOB. And to end my topic so that others can talk, that thing at your go is sponsored by either APC or PDP.
Okay.
That is what I want to say.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. God bless you for that your call that came in. Thank you. All right, let us take back Honorable Bosa is back again. Hello, Honorable. Your network is still having problem. Hello, Honorable.
Yes, is it any better now?
Yeah, go ahead. We hope it can stand. Continue with what you were saying.
Yes, I say that I will never depart from my premise of supporting the election in the first place. And that is fundamentally that I see the hand of God in changing Nigeria from the hands of the political marauders back to the people of God. So, that having been said, God
It's really a very big challenge for us to connect with Honorable, reaching us all the way from Houston, Texas. But in case you're just joining us, don't forget that this is a live broadcast. You can call +234-810-4545 to air your opinion. The line is open on WhatsApp and on direct calls. We are talking about election violence, and we thank our brother who just called from Northern Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. He made it very clear, and what he said is what I've been saying all these years. And I want to correct one very important impression, because I'm a Biafran, I'm an indigenous person of Biafra, and I say that everywhere I go. An indigenous people of Biafra is not a group of people, it's not an organization. It is an indigenous national identity, indigenous identity of a people, just like the Oduduwas and the Arewas. So being an indigenous person of Biafra is not a crime, but we admonish our people not to give moral support to those who are hiding under the banner of Biafra agitation to commit criminal activities. Many of them are being used by corrupt political class to either discredit the struggle or achieve their ultimate political gain. Hello, the caller on the phone, your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Hello, good evening. My name is Uchenna Udane. I'm calling from Enugu State.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I thank you. I saw your expose today about the plans to undermine the obedient movement.
All right, my brother, hold on a second. Don't end the call. Let me put the other person on the hold. Hello, Honorable, please stay on the hold. I'm going to get back at you later. Let us take the other caller before you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, my brother, go ahead with what you were saying.
Okay, thank you. I saw your expose today of the plan to undermine the obedient movement.
Yeah.
And it is not only instructive, but it is up now for the obedient strategists to seek to counter these plans. I want to let everybody know now that the Tinubu camp has hatched a devious Machiavellian strategy. A devious Machiavellian strategy to wit, introduce religious war so he can harvest the Muslim votes. That won't be enough, probably by his calculation. Then introduce the ethnic war in the West so that he can harvest the Yoruba votes. For him, he hopes to win with that. This is a strategy, I call it devious, because he has, for the Machiavellian principle, Machiavellian strategy, it doesn't give a damn of how to write or how holy or how useful it is. Important is to catch power.
Exactly,
and I want to use this opportunity to now waking up the obedient strategists, whatever it is they do, Let them look at this, because that is why he has the Muslim ticket. He has done that. One is the first step. The next step is to come to West, especially in Lagos, introduce the war between Yoruba and Igbo, or Yoruba and Do, or whatever it is, so that Yorubas will coagulate. They will gather around their own boy.
Exactly.
So I want us to look as a wake-up call for all the obedient strategists. They should go in and plan. They must maintain the unity of this country happily. We are one and we are suffering together. That is why I am so happy that I met you. I was trying to write a note to respond to your to the expose, but I was happy when I just opened it. I saw this is live. I never knew you have a live program. So
yeah, we do have a live program to give people a voice.
This thing to be taken. Take my words, devious Machiavellian strategy. Go and check up what it means. If you are a political student or a historian, you will see that it is a plan, not necessarily in the interest of the country, but a plan just to get political power. If they kill 10 million to get it, it's not a problem to them. If they will put all of us in slavery to get it, it's not a problem to them, but get it. So we need to plan in advance and beat this strategy before it blossoms. Thank you very much.
All right, before we let you go, I know you've seen our expose, and I hope that you are sharing it so that more people can know about these things. That is why we are here, to expose every step they take. And also, we encourage people to subscribe on our YouTube channel, BVI Channel 1, and the second one, BVI Channel 1 Plus, so that people can not miss a thing. They are trying to bring this channel down at all costs. So we encourage you. The reason why we are having this live broadcast is to give the people a voice so that you can speak out, because we are the voice of the people. We thank you for your call, and we hope you stick to this channel for more update.
Thank you. I have already shared it to many groups. And what I don't know about is the channel. What I've not seen, I know about it, but I've not seen the channel 1 Plus.
BVI Channel 1 Plus. If you just search BVI Channel 1 Plus, it is important, because they are trying to take this channel down. They are still attacking the channel. After they have terminated it, we came right back again miraculously. But they have not ended, because they believe that this channel is posing a great threat in exposing every of their plot to either rig the election or to undermine the process of this revolution that is about to retire them all.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Please keep up the good work. Never get tired. Never be distracted, and never be distracted. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
All right. We are still on Political Review. In case you're just joining us, this is BVI Channel 1. I am Asuchinadu Peters, your host, exposing every of the evil plan of the corrupt politicians who are determined to continue making the lives of the Nigerian people miserable. When I talk about the Nigerian people, I'm talking about the indigenous Nigerians from the east, west, north, and south. And these oppressive, corrupt politicians are cut across all divides in Nigeria. But they will instigate ethnicity to truncate any effort that will unite the people together to stand up against them. And when they see that Obedient Movement is posing that big threat in their continuous enterprise of corruption and impunity, they are doing everything possible to destroy the Obedient Movement. And in case you've not watched that video, please search BVI Channel 1 Plus, or you go on our previous videos on this platform, and you will see the expose we've made on that, and we'll continue making more. On this program tonight, we're exposing those who are behind the attack on Labour Party's office in Enugu. These are elements of politicians, corrupt politicians from the opposition parties that are being threatened by the continuous gathering of momentum of the Obedient Movement. But we are not going to be distracted. I'm just giving our people a heads up. They are coming in form of anything hiding under Biafra agitation. But I can tell you in a clear, simple words they are political thugs hired by the opposition parties who are threatened. And again, just like our brother who just called, also reaffirmed about the plot to also rig the election on that day. You know, I've been saying this so many ways to rig the election 2023. And in fact, if you have missed all our programs on the past 3 weeks that we were shut down, that is why it is important for you to go to BVI Channel 1 Plus. You will get every information there. The plus on how they want to rig this 2023 general election. And today we are concentrating on the instigation of ethnic divides. And today we also seen a violent activities on election activities and processes. We've seen in the past where they burnt ballot boxes. As you are looking at it, this is the one that happened in Obu, in Enugu State. They are shouting, they are attacking the Labour Party office in Enugu State, destroying it and scaring people out, shouting there will be no election. What does that tell you? They want to, as much as possible, reduce the number of votes that can possibly be coming from the southeast come 2023 general election. Because they knew that they will not be getting enough votes from this region. So what they need to do is to sponsor some criminal element masquerading in the name of Biafra agitation, of which we know they have nothing to do with the Biafra agitation. They are political thugs, and they are out there to, instill or establish an atmosphere of insecurity so that people will not come out in mass to vote them out. So this is a heads up for our people. You must understand that too. And all obedient movement worldwide, we must all understand this strategy, and we must all stand up against them. We must be miles ahead of them. The people must rise. These are a bunch of very few elements. You don't need to run away from the faces of those who are determined to destroy you. Every day, Nigerian people die in thousands. Consider the number of people that have died in Nigeria since the 2019 election till today. Then you understand why it is necessary that you stand up and fight them back. They are just a minute number of people. There could be 3, 4, and at most 10. We have hundreds of thousands of people they are going to be facing come 2023 general election. And we are not going to give them the ground to rig the election by disenfranchising millions of Nigerian people anywhere in Nigeria. And that is why I am here to give every one of you a heads up. This is still the political review, and let me quickly take a recap on this as we continue dissecting the violence during election. I'll be right back after this.
Of Enugu West, Senatorial District, we are here, we are working live and direct to ensure that this land belongs to the Federal Republic of Biafra. We are working tooth and nail in the bush, in the village, everywhere, all these political parties and political jingle. We are here doing what we are supposed to do. It's our duty to defend the land, to fight for the land. We are here live in our local government, where these political jingoism, political thieves are here trying to sell our land to the people. This is the place we are. So we have hope. Thank God for Chukwu Okobiama, who has given us the strength all these years and all this time to ensure that we are there, that we are working. Bust the car. Bust the car, bust the car, bust the car, bust the car. Bust the car. This is the car of the leader. It has been destroyed. Yes, it has been destroyed. We will continue to do what we're supposed to do. And that is it. It is going on. Thank you.
This country is something else. They just burnt our votes. They just burnt our votes. They burnt our votes. Can't you see? They just burnt our votes. They just burnt our votes.
Police, look at you! Look at you! You couldn't do anything! Only you! Only you! Today, Okota, Baba Ewa Okota.
Good for him, they are bunting. Good for him. Good for him. Nonsense. It's good for him. He has come like that. Good for him. Good for him. You come to disrupt the election here. Good for him. Look at how much did they pay you? How much? How much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? Good for him.
Get him.
You're welcome back. We are still on Political Review, talking about the attack on Peter Obi's party in Enugu State as sponsored by opposition party. This is a live interactive section. We can call to be part of this conversation by dialing these numbers right here, +2348104545533. All right, let me quickly go to the chat section while we wait for your calls to filter in and take some of the commentaries we already have from the comment section. From the comment section, we're also going to be acknowledging your presence, but we are only going to concentrate in reading out the very comments that are relevant to the topic we are discussing. So the first one we have there is from Destiny Hustle. Thank you very much for your compliment. Destiny Hustle, if I'm not mistaken. Onye Boy Stevie said, this is not sponsored by people outside the country. It's Nigerian politicians who still believe on one Nigeria that sponsored it. Honestly, your comment is quite controversial. You're saying it is not those who are living outside the country that are sponsoring these people. We know about the unknown gunmen, and we know that some of their funders or people who are sponsoring them are in diaspora. Then it is also by those corrupt politicians. Okay, it is sponsored or instigated by corrupt politicians who want to ensure that the people do not succeed come 2023. I think we have Honorable back again. Honorable?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been having you off and on. No thanks to bad network, but thank God we have you here. Go on, Honorable. What is your take on the whole issue as we're discussing it?
We have to play our role.
See, that's our biggest challenge. You see, now we lost that call again. Honorable, this is a very big challenge, but we hope that you can fix that some other time as we continue on this program tonight. We're still talking about the attack or electoral violence we're witnessing in Nigeria and the build-up of this general election. Okay, Honorable is back from the direct line. I think direct line is far better. Go ahead, Honorable, go ahead.
Yes, two-pronged approach. Government, every local government should have or take the law to get people when they are casting their votes. How we transform this into a self-defense is not, so people should go there to defend themselves with their local land and possible you want to go, don't take anything unlawful to the ground so that we can differentiate. Criminals who want to disturb and then the people who come to cast their lawful votes. So kind of local vigilante to watch, because our police will be drawn too thin. They are not enough for the Nigerian population, talk less about election day. So that's how we need to police our votes, we the masses. Then again, that's on the physical side. On the spiritual side, it is said in law, he who goes to Equity should come with clean hands. P2B alone cannot make this forest to salvage Nigeria. That's why I'm sharing this very mantra. Obediently obedient. We talk about obey our God and remove our hands from evil. Repent. I have repented. That's why I'm speaking like this. Everybody who wants to go to heaven should repent. If you fear God, repent of your past so that this country will be salvaged for us to enjoy. Isaiah 1:19. If the people are willing and obedient, they will eat the fruits, they shall eat the fruits of the land, the best of the land. This is scriptural. This is we are being told that we need to be willing and obey God so that we will eat the best of our land. So I have a spiritual dimension to it. We need to be repentant in ushering in the new era for life. And our food. That's why it's not. I can expatiate, but this is it just in case you lose me again. I'm calling from my direct line. Heaven help those who help themselves. But God will always make a name for himself, because I see that God is doing a new thing in Nigeria. We have to be worthy of receiving it.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you so much, Honorable, for that expose.
Thank you.
All right, you can still stand by while we bring other people in. We are sorry about that a little bit breakup that you witnessed as a result of Niger factor. We have to switch over to another power source. It's okay, you can just be watching. You can just be watching the program and stay put. It's all right. You can join on the WhatsApp as well. All right, thank you very much. We'll bring you on WhatsApp. All right, there are other people who are calling. Hello, Dr. Raf. Hello, Dr. Raf. Hello. Yeah, we can hear you now. Hello? Hello, Dr. Raf. We barely hear you. We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, go on.
thugs have is that this movement cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
They think by destroying people and intimidating people is not going to work. I have Period in POV is beyond Nigeria, is beyond what these people are doing. What they are doing is nonsensical because it's not going to get them anywhere. All this violence will intensify when the campaign starts. Take no fear. God is in control in this journey. God has brought POV to save Nigeria, and it will happen. They don't have a choice. Through hell in front of, because of these leaders, they loot the money and they bring it in abroad and share it to their family. Like I said, it's going to be difficult for them to stop this movement. There is no way they can stop this movement. They can do anything they want to do. What happen will happen. Unless God has not ordained that it will happen. God has ordained that it will happen, it will happen. I'm not fearful of that. I'm not afraid that if it's going to happen or not. So it's God that follow evil are destroying evil people because some politician little money they're going to give you and you're only going to pay 90 years in this world and you sell the soul of the nation.
Yeah, go on. We can hear you.
Yes, I was watching what the guy spoke about, what Mr. Uzodinma said. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to say about. Is that how can people of Imo State cannot take their state back from the man? They need to take their state back from the man. It doesn't matter where he was protected. It doesn't matter the cabals that are protecting him. He's a human being like all of us. But I'm kind of disappointed.
But you know, there is only one way they can take him out, is by voting him out.
Yes, we hope that voting will be the appropriate thing, because unfortunately, I hope Buhari is ready for 2023 to deploy the amount of people that will protect each polling unit. The only concern I have in the rigging of election is the idea of these thugs. And these thugs are youth. The sad part of it is these thugs, how much did they give you? 100? 5 million for you to come and do that? If you're a thug, the biggest thing you do with your money is to fuck women and drink and buy a car, guess. Those are not. As a thug, you don't have a career because you cannot get anywhere with being a thuggery individual. So my point is this, is unfortunately this is what black Igbos, because these are intimidating people in that Obu.
Yeah.
It's the Igbos.
Yeah.
It's the Igbos. It's not the Alpha. It's not the Fulanis, it's not the Yorubas. It's still the Igbos that are doing that.
Exactly.
And that is sad. As an Igbo man, you look at present situation in Igbo land, that in Nigeria, the Hausas have railway, the Yorubas have railway, but the Igbos do not have railway. It takes 40-something years to build second Nigeria bridge so that we can ease the old bridge. While in North, they are building things. In Yoruba land, they are building things. It's unfortunate that we Igbos are doing ourselves. Onye kwuru okwu si ife na-eme anyị si anyị n'aka. Ife na-eme anyị si anyị n'aka. Look at the march in Abeokuta. Look at the march in Ibadan. Look at the march all sorts of Nigeria. If these people can support an Igbo man, and Peter Obi make sure to tell you that he's not running for presidency as an Igbo man. He's running presidency to save Nigeria and take the power from these old people who are supposed to be in nursing home or in their home enjoying their lives. And they are comparing to 200. You guys are thinking Nigeria is 200 million. Nigeria is more than 200 million people. Nigeria is more than 200 million people in Nigeria. And they want to give it to somebody like Jagaban, an old man who is almost 13 years old, instead of going home and sleep and hang out with his great-grandchildren. He's busy campaigning to be the president of Nigeria. Atiku does not live in Nigeria. All the money he took, he lived in Dubai. With all the money he stole. It's just sad that we are here. We are here. In their righteous mind, put Peter Obi, put Atiku, put Jagaban, forget about their tribe, and you decide that Jagaban or Peter or Atiku is better than Peter Obi. Is it in accolade? Is it in knowledge? Is it in age? Is it in academia? Is it a human being? There's no comparison. I'm in defense. You are in defense for what?
You're correct.
Chinedu, thank you for what you do. Continue doing what you do. God will continue protecting you. God will continue to remove obstacles on your way. God will continue to make you untouchable. Your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, your generation will continue being good. God will continue protecting you and they cannot do anything. Did you see somebody talk rubbish, they pull your channel down? Guess what? As the OG want to win your game, I cannot be able to win. That is just the way it is. You know.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor.
That is the little I have. That is the little I have for you today. I mean, continue working. I know it's gonna be a very big challenge, but we have to continue working.
Exactly.
I'm 100% obedient.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
A week today was my second time of meeting Peter in person.
Yeah.
And the spirit in that man is beyond human imagination. It's not just an ordinary man. God sent him here for this purpose. And I believe and trust that that purpose will be fulfilled.
Amen. It's all right. Thank you so much, Doctor. God bless. All right. We're taking more calls. Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Where are you calling from? From Ireland. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Pius, please.
Pius, calling from Ireland. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for everything you are doing. I want to thank you for the truth. You always stand for the truth. I want to thank you for fighting for the poor people in Nigeria. I want to thank you for everything you are doing with CCAT. May the Almighty God bless you. For this opportunity, I want to talk to Nigerians, or this is our live chat, for who to support Obi. Obi is not doing it for himself, but he want to do it for Nigeria. Obi is not hungry. From that generation to generation, his family will never suffer. His generation will never suffer. Obi is not dictating that he's greedy. He just want to fix Nigeria for us. Please, let the Nigerians, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are from Edo State, whether any chat you be, this is the last chance for Nigeria. But God has given us everything for we to live. When God does say milk and honey in the Bible, it is Nigeria. Milk and honey. There is nothing God created in this world that we don't have. It's only we have bad that only people have in Nigeria.
I want to use this opportunity to beg Omoyele Sowore. He should come and join the youth. That it should bring his ego down. Now we know we support Omoyele Sowore before, but now Nigeria and we are not supporting Obi. This is that we should come and support the whole youth. If you want to get good name again, because this is like if Omoyele will not support Peter Obi for this time, I'm not saying I'm not cursing him, I'm not insulting him, but there is no time Omoyele Sowore will do that. The youth will ever support Omoyele Sowore for Nigeria. But if he support the youth this time, he's not supporting the B. He's supporting the youth. He should come out and support the youth for we to take this Nigeria back. As he say he want to take it, we know he has been fighting for Nigeria. They have arrested him. He has suffered. He has went to prison. We know. But this time, the youth say, let us people be. This is done for him to come and join the youth. We really know, yes, he's fighting for Nigeria. This is the time we really know that Omoyele really fighting for Nigeria. He has to come. He has to drop his ego. Because I know Omoyele Sowore is only the person that is right in Nigeria. He is always the person who is always right. Nobody is right. But I'm using this opportunity to get him to come and join the youth. Because if he do this one and bring his ego down and join the youth, my brother, for generations to come, people will always talk about Omoyele Sowore. And if he join Peter Obi, I know they are going to give me a good position. Whether they can put in any position in Nigeria, Nigeria will now see the way it can work for the people. Nigeria will now see whether the Omoyele Sowore is always talking, he doesn't say that, doesn't do this one, whether he can really do it for Nigeria. From that place, whatever that Peter Obi has said before, he said, if he be Nigeria president, as from this time, if the youth will be pushing everything for the youth to be the Nigeria president, whether it's the Senate, whether it's the House of Assembly, whether anywhere they would like to be putting youth. Is it at that time, maybe after Peter Obi has finished his 8th year by grace of God, if Omoyele Sowore come at that time, you see the whole Nigeria will back Omoyele Sowore up. This is also I want to say, sir. Thank you very much for everything, sir. May God bless you. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. This is still BVI Channel 1. We are coming close to the end of the program tonight. This is Political Review. But before we end it, we must take some of your commentaries, your comments from the chat button before we wrap it up, because it is our tradition right here. Don't forget, in case you've not subscribed, please subscribe on this channel and follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, on Twitter. Just search BVI Channel 1, and as well, it's important you subscribe on our alternative channel, BVI Channel 1 Plus. All right, let me quickly take some of the commentaries right here very quickly. Favor Azu Kuze said, my brother, them never see anything. If them no give chance, God go chance them. All right, we have Felicia Matthew. Thank you for joining us. Elo Ero, thank you. He said, the last speaker talks of Nigeria unity. Do you people put the agitators into consideration? Yes. We are talking about Nigerian people, frustrated Nigerian people uniting against the oppressive, corrupt politicians. Nigerian people must unite, break down the walls of ethnicity or religious bigotry, cash onto this very chance that had made itself available for once to retire corrupt politicians that is making the lives of the people miserable. That is even the cause of all the agitations you have in Nigeria today. And ultimately, those who are bent to retain Nigeria as it is today, every one of us know that Nigeria is not working and can never work with the way it is today. It needs restructuring. And for you to have restructuring, you must have the kind of people that have the frame, the mindset to restructure this country. APC have categorically stated it clearly, to hell with restructuring. And you know, restructuring is what will give back power to the people. Each region in Nigeria will now have the ability to explore their God-given potential without undue interference from Abuja. You will be able to maximize your potential. The people of the East will be able to create a nation they so desire without the intrusion of Abuja. That is what we are talking about, and that is what people must understand. The same is applicable to the Oduduwas and also to the Arewas. Every one of us have understood and come to the conclusion that Nigeria is not working the way it is, and it must be restructured. And that is the beginning of the freedom of the trapped indigenous people in Nigeria, whether the Arewas, whether the Oduduwas, whether the Biafran people. And we keep hammering on this until this message sinks in. All right? Until this message sinks in. It is important people get to understand our stand. They are the ones that are sponsoring this electoral violence to, you know, ensure that they keep holding on to power and making the lives of the Nigerian people miserable. All right? So let me quickly highlight some of other ones. Tune Beauty, we acknowledge you here. Onyi Paul, we acknowledge you here. Father Evangelist, man of God, we also acknowledge you. Acknowledge Don Pentomi Ununi. All of you, we thank you all for joining us tonight, and we hope to have you back again on Political Review and other subsequent programs. We'll be having matters arising and our continuous updates, enlightening updates, advocacy for public interest that we are dropping back to back as it is happening on BBI Channel 1. Make due to subscribe, hit on the bell so that we get a notification, and follow us on all our activities. We appreciate every one of you. We are building a very powerful community here, and we hope that together we can be free. I'm signing out from here saying we meet back again on Political Review. We will be promising you of more insight and more exposition. Political Review is here for you, and I'm just your host to give you a voice. Stay safe at all times. Bye-bye for now.
Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up.